and where you see your life going. Okay, it's not about me anymore. When you come to see me in the offices, we sit down, I give you a plan of action. If you follow that plan of action, obviously your life will also, you can retire in a few years time to come. Okay, I've coached hundreds of people who have also made 5-figure incomes all over the world where I'm working from home. Okay, all these statements, some people they hear, I've heard all these statements before. Is it real? Have an open mind. Okay, just have an open mind. Don't argue with the information. Just soak it in, write as much as you like I said, and just take it from there. I'm also an accomplished author of the 5 and 5 plan. It's a new way to achieve financial freedom and retire rich through share renting. And like Pastor said, I would like to give a big thanks to Pastor. He encouraged me to write this book, and it took me 5 days. So I think I've beaten Pastor to his own game. It took me 5 days, okay, and it's not rocket science. You have all the information up here. Just put it on paper, start typing, and Pastor will coach you to get the right people to get your book published. And I also managed to create this audio. It took me an hour. Yeah, the information is there. Everybody, you see, the information you have in your head, you can make billions. But you see, we limit ourselves so much. We think, and we start doubting, we start asking, don't ask for it, just do it. It works, it doesn't work, you brush yourself and you move on to the next one. And I think you need to get a copy of this book as well. It's only £10, okay? It will bless you. If you have children at home like you, please get one for them as well. Sorry?
50% off.
you have to see my wife for that. Okay, this guy came to me. Actually, the way he quit his job was I was driving him home to pick up his bus pass to go to work in the evening, and he said, "Look, I want to quit my job and work from home like you." And I said, "Why?" And he said, "Look, I can't." He's got about 3 children in secondary school, a wife, a mortgage. And he said, "Look, I've had enough. I want to come learn from you." So on that day, he made that decision. He quit his job. And he came, I put him through the training, and he made over $40,000 in 5 months. Okay, this is his testimony. He said, "I was introduced to online business opportunities by Daniel. I was not a computer savvy until I met him. Since then, I've learned a lot from him. He's my online business mentor. He teaches me line by line what I need to know, creating a full-time income." Okay, and he introduced a business opportunity to me last year that generated $40,000 and still paying to date. Okay, and he said, "I'm now a full-time online entrepreneur and I've been able to quit my job." Okay, it's a very, very, very heartwarming story. When I see people achieve financial freedom, like, I'm happy. At least God used me as a vessel to help somebody. Okay, and paid all my debt. I've tried a number of business online. I've recorded huge losses. And he said, "However, my quest for success in online business led me to Daniel. And he introduced me to genuine online businesses, and I've recorded tremendous profits, which I pay all my outstanding debts, and I now live more comfortably with my family." Okay, it's doable. And this lady, Howler, she said, "I've been able to say goodbye to my job. Okay, my boss. Boss means JOB, something that controls it. I've always wanted to help and touch many lives. After an extensive research, I came to the conclusion that one of the best ways of affecting lives is to help people achieve their goals and dreams." And she said that is exactly what Daniel has done over these past 3 years I've known him. He's a great mentor and teacher. And she also said, "He's always there when I call on him. With his help, I've had the privilege of developing myself personally. And the last but not the least, I've been able to say goodbye to my boss. And I wouldn't have been able to do that without this opportunity and my mentor, Daniel." Okay, so these are some of my students giving me a few testimonies. Okay, enough about me. I'm going to cut to the chase and start from here. What is your financial plan? This is very, very important. It says, if you do not start to make plans or set goals for your life, okay, you automatically fall into somebody else's plan. Is that not true?
Yeah.
Yes, if you don't have plans, if you don't have goals to achieve what you want in life, somebody will settle for you, okay? And studies show, and we've all heard the saying, if you fail to plan, you what? You plan to fail, okay? But most people, we hear all these things and we ignore them. It's real, okay? It's real. If you don't plan, you automatically plan to fail. Retirement fund, this intrigues me a lot. A record 33% of people now plan working past the age of 65. Who like that? You don't like to work past 65, but it's happening. People are working past the age of 65. They can barely walk. It's the truth. People are losing of course. Okay? And 43% actually have less than £5,000 saved. Very, very scary. Less than £5,000 saved. Okay? And 31% of workers have still nothing for retirement. They're planning on retiring for, let's say, at 65, and they have nothing. Nothing at all to show for. They rely on the government, but guess what? The pension pot it was there for our grandmothers and grandfathers. It's not there anymore. It's not there. A friend of mine, his dad is about 70, 75. He was at home. The pension people, they came to the house, they sat down, started having conversation, and they said, look, we've overpaid you for the last 25 years. So, boom, half is gone. Yes, half of his pension is gone. Can you imagine? 75, they come to you, they just take half of your pension. What are you going to do? Because he didn't plan. Okay, he didn't plan. So it's very, very scary. These are the facts we need to let people be aware of, so at least they will have a plan for their future. And 30% of adult children contribute financially to their parents, okay? And that number will grow. And a record 51% doubt they can pay for living expenses in retirement. They retire, they end up in a retirement home, they have nothing coming in. And I think last year or 2 years ago, I think most of us, we watched a program where people were abusing pensioners in old people home. Okay, it's scary. Imagine if you have the finances, the resources, you wouldn't end up in an old pensions home to be abused, would you? No. Okay, we need to take back control. Okay, and how do we take back control? It's very, very simple. Investing is only risky when you have no control. Most of us, we save money and we give the money to a financial advisor and ask them, please go and invest our money for us. Is that not so? Yeah. Yes. And most financial advisors are what? What? Salespeople. They're selling the products. They don't invest in that financial vehicle. They're just selling people, salespeople to make the commissions, okay? And financial education is key to your control, okay? The education you have, if you want to make it in life, you have to be financially educated, okay? To take control of your own finances. You have the money, learn the strategies that the rich are using. You have the knowledge and apply that with your own money. Don't give your money to somebody and tell them, go invest it for me, without knowing what if they're not there tomorrow. Your money is gone. Okay, so today I'm going to empower you to learn the strategy I'll be using, so at least you know how powerful it is. And if you're interested, I'll show you how to get started. And what does this mean? It means uneducated investors lose, because in the stock market was created for only one purpose, okay? To transfer money from uneducated investors to educated investors. That's all. In the stock market, two sides, we have 95% of uneducated investors, 5% of educated investors. They know what they're doing, the 5%. The 95% don't know what they're doing. So they lose money and it goes to them. Okay. Today, I want to empower you. You are going to learn about the 5%, the strategy that they use to make money from the 95%. Okay. So don't be afraid of the stock market. It's real. People are making money from it. And most people's retirement funds were wiped out overnight because they didn't have insurance. When the recession hit, in the US, the pension funds, UK pension fund, it was wiped out clean because they didn't have insurance to protect themselves from the fall in the shares, okay? What if they did have insurance, okay, to protect their money from the falling stock prices? What if they did like you have insurance for your house, you have insurance for your car, okay? And guaranteeing that you won't lose everything. Would you like to know about it? Yeah, because obviously you are putting money to make a return. What if there's a system in place where you can secure your money from losing all your capital? At least even if you lose 10% than the whole amount, it's better, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. I'd rather lose 10% than lose the whole amount. Okay, I'm going to introduce you to stock options as the ultimate wealth building tool. And like I said, 2% of the population actually know about this. They know about the normal options trading, the stock market. You buy share for £20 today, hold it for 5 years, you sell it for £100, you make a profit. But they don't know another strategy, a better strategy, where we make monthly income. Okay. I'm going to quickly go through the options market, how it started, and where we are today. And the options market has been around since 1973, and since then, this is what the rich people have been using since 1973. Okay, they don't do day trading; they put their money where they are guaranteed a safe return. And since 1973, we only traded 1.1 million contracts, and in 2008, we traded 3 billion contracts. Okay, so it has been growing over time, and there's been a huge growth in the options market within the last 30 to 40 years. It's an amazing market, and people are realizing the power of options. I think at the moment you can actually, for people who are in the forex trading field, I think you can use options to hedge some of your money from falling. But I'm not into forex, so I wouldn't know. But I'm sure there are some things going on there. And a lot of people think of options as risky, but I think of them as far less risky than holding a share and praying that they go up in price, you sell them, and then you make your profit, okay? And like I said, you can insure your shares against any fall in the stock price, okay? Actually buy insurance for your share. If the price of your share goes down, you are still protected, okay? So you are not afraid that you lose money, okay? And the major breakthrough of the options market is the internet, because like I said, you can trade from anywhere. You are not restricted to a particular location. Very, very, very simple. And some time ago, we had to actually call up the broker on the phone to open up our trading account. But at the moment, today, because of the internet, you can actually go to a brokerage website, sign up within 5-10 minutes, your account is activated, and you can start trading, okay? So it has been very, very simply done for us. Okay, and like as now with the internet, online discount brokerage and everything can be transacted in just a few clicks of the mouse. Okay, so why options? People ask me why options, and I'm going to give you why they are very, very powerful. Okay, it's a very, very powerful tool, and actually we profit from falling markets, from markets going up and markets that are going sideways. It doesn't matter. If the share prices are still going down, you are still making money. We have a strategy to make money from a falling price. We have a strategy making money from share going up. We have a strategy making money from share that is doing nothing. Okay, so unlike a traditional way of investing, we are not praying that we only want to make money by the capital gains. Okay, we are making money either way, 3 ways of making money, and they are excellent tools for generating income and protecting your income through insurance and ultimately earning outside gains. So what is an option? Option is simply a contract between a buyer and a seller, okay, for a particular parcel of shares. It's very, very simple. I have a parcel of shares. Somebody will pay me money to get hold of my share. They will go and do whatever they like with my share. It's up to them. And they pay me upfront income for getting hold of my share. That's all. So if you understand property investing, you understand options. You see, the strategy that I'm keen on, okay, that is I call it share renting in the options market, but there's a technical name for it where I'll go into it later on. And when you own an option contract, you effectively give control, like I was saying, over the underlying shares, and you have the right to buy these shares, okay, at an agreed price. We call it the strike price, any time until the option expires, the expiry date. Every option expires on the third Friday of the month. Okay, so you place your trade today. The third Friday of the month will be, I think, 15th of March next month. Okay, so that's when option contract expires, and then we just repeat, rinse and repeat the strategy. You don't need any more strategy. The one you use to generate money, just do it for the following month, and that's it. You are good to go. Your money is safe. You are protected. And types of options. There are two types of options. The first one, we call it a call option, and the second one is a put option. Okay. Call options are contracts to buy shares, and put options are contracts to sell shares. So if you have shares and you are buying them, we say you can use a strategy using the call option. If you want to sell shares, you can use a strategy using the put option. Don't worry about all these technical terms. At least, you know, if you're not in the field, your mind will be everywhere. But at least just know that there's a better way of making money from falling shares, rising shares, and shares that are doing nothing. Okay, and we trade in the U.S. market because it's very, very liquid, and there are so many people trading in that market. Okay, and one option contract relates to 100 shares. So if, for example, I have two option contracts, it means I have control over 200 shares. Yeah. Okay. And there are a few components that make up a stock option, which is good to know. The contract is a contract between you and the buyer. Okay. Because the what do you call it? There's a you as a seller, somebody will hopefully would like to buy the shares off you. So there will be a contract, a legal binding contract. Okay. And between you and the option clearing corporation, it means your option brokerage account. And the strike